Well, Harry, I have to ask you, silver is on the brink of hitting $40 an ounce. I mean, it could happen this week.
Could happen today or it could happen before the month's over.
Do you think that's going to become a reality? Do you think silver's going to hit 40 bucks?
I do. I think it's going to hit it within a couple of days.
Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
Look at this, only 2 ounces of gold in the case today, Adrian.
Yeah, we've been selling it like crazy.
Is that what people are after right now, gold?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, when the prices go up, people start buying, and there's a lot of people selling too. So we've been doing a lot of buying and a lot of selling of gold.
And is this what they're after right here, the American Gold Eagles?
Yeah, for sure. The American Gold Eagle and the Buffalo, they literally walk out of here the minute they get here.
They actually walk too.
They walk. No, but seriously.
There's a lot of selling, or trading rather, for silver for gold, with the ratios being down. So we've been taking in, a lot of junk silver in exchange for gold. So, everything is moving in and out, but we've been doing a lot of buying. Adrian's right. Brandon and I are up front, just buying all day long.
Is it mostly people coming in to sell their silver, Brandon?
Silver, gold, and jewelry. Jewelry is big.
So not necessarily stackers, just people that have it laying around?
Yes, yeah, stuff they don't wear anymore, is broken, that they didn't know had as much value as they thought. They bring it in, they're surprised. Gold's so high.
When the prices go up on silver and gold, it makes it to the news, and then people look at what they have, and it's like, hey, price of gold is up. I have that gold necklace, that gold bracelet, and Brandon definitely deals with a lot of that, people coming in and selling the gold. So people understand and know that gold has some value.
So when someone brings in like a gold chain or a silver chain or a ring or something, you guys buy all that and then you take it to the refinery who melts it down, right?
Well, we do that in most cases, but we try and find them a new home if we can. But most of the time, yes, it ends up going to the refiner, unfortunately.
So the refinery, they probably don't pay you guys even spot for that kind of stuff, right?
No. So even now on bullion, most refiners are paying back of spot because there's just so much of it around. It's coming out of everywhere. A lot of the premiums, even on silver and gold, have fallen.
So Harry, with these higher prices, silver is right around 40 bucks an ounce. We're a little under it right now.
Silver can go up $1 in a day easily, and we're at $39.08. So we're right there.
So with silver being where it's at, does it worry you to be buying so much silver from the public? Because remember, back in the 1980s, a lot of coin shops went under because they were buying so much silver.
You can't be asleep at the wheel. You have to buy it, and if necessary, lock it in with the refiner or someone else who's buying it. If you just stock it away, wait for the public to come buy it, you could get hurt. Certainly you have to keep enough to keep inventory levels at an acceptable level. If someone brings in a bunch of silver that take a while to sell here, it's out of here that day.
So you don't want to be sitting on it?
I don't think so. I think you could really get hurt sitting on too much of this.
Can you talk about what it was like back in 1980? Because the price of silver went up to 50 bucks an ounce.
Yeah.
And then overnight, it got cut in half on Silver Thursday.
Everyone was drunk with the idea that this is just going to keep going up, because it had for, better part of a year. And therefore, there was a lack of reasonableness on the part of dealers who thought, well, I'll buy it at 50 today, tomorrow it'll be 55. Well, that's not what happened on that Thursday. It went in half. And when you're sitting on, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars in silver and it's cut in half, some guys can't survive that. That's a massive hit. I think we've all learned something looking back at that you can't sit on massive amounts of silver or gold. You have to keep it moving. And so you can't have it just sit. Not only does it not make money, you can lose a lot of money if there's a big movement downward.
But with silver nearing $40 an ounce, it doesn't worry you that it's going to crash?
It worries me, but we perform our duties here in such a way that if that were to happen, we would be hurt very minimally because I'm not sitting on a lot at any given time.
So if I were to come in today and sell you, say, 1,000 ounces of silver,
yeah,
you would already have that moved by the next day?
I would lock it in on the phone and that day or the next day take it to the refiner.
Wow.
Older guys like me who've survived the 1980 crash and who've seen what happened in 2011, I think everyone's pretty prudent right now.
Something that I think is a little different with this market, it's gone up pretty slowly compared to some parabolic rises that we've seen in the past. So I think it might be a little different this time, where it's not just spiking up. It's been more of a gradual increase, wouldn't you say, Harry?
Yeah, almost sneaky. I talk about it being organic, where you can't point to one thing and say it's the Hunt brothers or it's the bank failures or the insurance failures. There's really speculation on the reasons the metals have gone up, but the truth is it's just kind of inched up pretty steadily, both gold and silver. And so inching up would imply that it wouldn't crash down. It might inch down like it is today. It's down 23 cents, but it's still $39 an ounce.
I know.
And it just sort of, and I have people who come in the shop, and Brandon hears it too, like they look at the board and go, 39? When did it do that? Like they're not paying attention because it's not in the news constantly.
What is someone's reaction when they come in and they're used to silver being, $15 an ounce, $20 an ounce, and they see, oh, it's 39? Are they usually happy about that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that reaction is, I think, from someone who's not really following the prices. I mean, if they're that surprised, it's doubled.
There is a group that's not happy with the price, and that's those who are buying, right?
Yeah.
If you're selling, you're thrilled. But if you're just starting your stacking journey or you hadn't stacked in a long time, it's a high price. However, like my brother Bob says, where you is where you is. And therefore, that's where you're starting. This could be a bargain next month.
Well, if you look at gold being at an all-time high, silver still being well off of its all-time high. I mean, if you look at the inflation-adjusted all-time high for silver, it's over $140 an ounce. So silver's got to go up at least $100 to get there.
Right, but you're comparing to high prices adjusted for inflation that were pegged to an event or a series of events that were very, very unusual, like the Hunt brothers trying to corner the market in 1979. There's none of that going on here.
It seems to me like most people are just selling their silver.
A lot of selling. We are selling some to customers over the counter, but I don't know what you think, Brandon, but it just feels like we're buying more than we're selling.
Yeah, I would say so. A lot of people still are indicating that they need the money for other things, so.
Well, Harry, I have to ask you, silver is on the brink of hitting $40 an ounce. I mean, it could happen this week.
Could happen today or it could happen before the month's over.
Do you think that's going to become a reality? Do you think silver's going to hit 40 bucks?
I do. I think it's going to hit it within a couple of days.
And once it hits 40, is it kind of flounder there, or can it pop through that level?
Again, I talk about the news media. If the non-coin media picks up the story, it's going to keep going up because the demand will go crazy.
I think there would be a lot of demand.
I mean, it's already triple what it was during the depths of COVID. Triple.
Yeah, silver's tripled in price.
But just quietly. It's just done it quietly.
See, this is what's so interesting to me is the price of silver keeps going up, but you guys are saying people are coming in to sell their silver. It's not like the price is going up because of any demand for physical, at least on a retail level. It's going up because of all the paper trading.
Yes, and the people that are coming in to sell are sometimes very wise in that they've been holding it for a long time, waiting for a way to get out from under a loss or to minimize losses. Maybe they bought in 2011 at the top. They're pretty close to breaking even, and some are making double their money.
Is now the time for us to be selling our silver?
You can't lose money by taking a profit, but that has to be an individual choice based on need or a use for the money that maybe is more in line with your plans. Maybe you want to pay down some debt with it. As to whether it's just in general a good time to sell, if you're ahead, it's a good time to sell. And if you're behind, keep watching because it's climbing up.
Yeah. Well, it worries me though, if I sell my silver for dollars, now I'm holding dollars, which are losing value. If you're going to sell it and just hold something else, I don't know, to me that sounds like it could be a bad move. But if you're going to sell it and use it, then maybe it's an okay time.
Yeah, because we hear people, they come in, they tell us, I'm buying a car today. My wife and I are buying our first house. I want to get out of debt. So some of those things, maybe all of those things, are very good reasons to sell, especially if you're in the black and making money.
Yeah, but to sell it and hold dollars, for me personally, I feel like that would be a bad move.
I'm not really hearing that, and we don't always know why people are selling. They don't always share with us the reason, but I'm hard-pressed to remember someone saying, I want to sit on some cash.
Yeah.
Do you hear that ever?
No.
Pretty much never, huh?
No.
It's usually for reasons, responsibilities that they have to meet. One guy's like, I need to pay my credit card off.
Or college tuition, in the fall it's coming. My daughter's going off to college.
Yeah, you just need some cash for that.
Exactly.
But to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely always a use that they have in mind. It's interesting to think that nobody really wants to sit on cash. If you're a stacker, you really don't want to hold cash unless you need it for something. It's what I've seen.
Yeah, Adrian's right. I mean, a lot of people who sell to us decide even in the moment, I'll maybe make a move to go get the cash, and they'll say, you know, hang on a second, let me look at what you have here. And we end up doing a trade.
Like if they sell jewelry, then they'll try and buy bullion or something like that?
Yeah, because the jewelry is valuable, but it's not in a form that's easy to trade or barter with or even determine the value, whereas an ounce of gold or ounces of silver, very easy to determine the value just looking at the spot price.
Yeah, I would way rather have ounces of silver than jewelry of any kind.
However, it's nice to have the jewelry to turn into something, especially when you don't know its value and are quite pleasantly surprised to learn that it's worth way more than you thought.
Adrian, I wanted to ask you a little bit of a more technical question on silver price going up. So there's a lot of traders who have things set up to where they automatically sell at certain levels.
Yes.
And I feel like when silver gets closer to 40, a lot of that could be happening.
Honestly, I think that's what's happening because it's at 39 and change. I can't see them, setting it at 39.99 or something. And here's the thing with the rise in price in silver, we see it go up, 10 cents a day, 20 cents a day. We'll see $1 go up. But I think as we get past that 40 mark, I think the increases in price are going to be a little more substantial. Because if you look at gold, it trades, $12, sometimes $20, $40, $50 in a day. Imagine when silver gets up to those high numbers, we might see, $5 in a day, or, it's kind of uncharted territory. We've been there before, but once we see silver cross over a certain amount, even when it did in the 80s, it started jumping by big figures. If you're looking to get into some silver, you still might be in a good position. I'm not, giving you any financial advice, but it's been over 50, and we have a lot more inflation, and your dollar buys a lot less. So if that indicates anything, I would say, hey, there still might be some room for that silver to run.
Well, yeah, I think there's a lot of meat left on the bone. And like you said, if it pops through 40, we could see, $2 a day, $3, some huge jumps.
Yes, that's my prediction. And it's very possible because I've seen it happen.
Yeah, and then if we break through 50 and we're at a new nominal all-time high,
then you're going to get the crew of people that are like, hey, this is going to hit 100, and you're going to get just your retail buyer just buying it up.
Well, I remember silver being $12-13 during COVID. Now I see 39, and it just blows me away.
That's where I was talking about a tripling of the value, but very quietly, not overnight. Took a few years.
Well, Harry, if silver does hit 40, obviously I'll have to come back and do another video, and we'll see where it goes from there, huh?
Please do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, Silver Dragons.
Hey, thanks a lot, Brandon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adrian.
Okay, thank you.